I'm Chronix from the most extreme wrestling, and this is your Smackdown review for July 27th, 2012 from Kansas City. And if you're wondering why I'm not wearing a shirt, perhaps you should ask yourself the more obvious question, why are you watching a review about professional wrestling? A sport in which men touch each other in their underwear. Alright, so first of all, I noticed that the HD Smackdown set that we've seen for so many years is looking like it's still there. I guess the Raw 1000 set was just for Raw, or perhaps just a one-time deal only. And if that's the case, well, that kind of sucks. We could just back to the same old stuff for Raw and SmackDown, perhaps. I don't know. So The Miz comes out there, the newly crowned Intercontinental Champion. He tries to say that he is awesome, but here comes Christian, and he says, no, it is rematch time. So they have a match. I'm thinking that this is going to be a quick match and not really mean anything, but I was kind of wrong, because these guys actually had a pretty long match that was actually better than I expected. Christian goes for his 1.5-star frog splash, and The Miz puts his knees up. That looked pretty brutal. I like that. There was a kick out. There's about 50,000 kickouts, false finishes, all that kind of stuff. A whole bunch of people cheering for Christian. He does this little clappy thing that he does, and the fans clap with him. I mean, I like that, and that's good that people clap, but am I the only one that thinks that that's just a little bit dorky when he's just like... I mean, other wrestlers do it too, but for some reason it just seems extra dorky when Christian does it. I love Christian, but you know what I'm saying. Alright, so Booker T says that Christian's cardio is second to none. You can't go to sleep on this guy. I just thought that that was a weird line. Maybe it's not that weird. Booker T, he's an awesome dude, but I don't know, man. Sometimes he just says some things that are just out there. Alright, so a thumb to the eye to Christian, and roll up by The Miz, grabs the tights, does the whole 9 yards thing with the, being a heel, and The Miz is still the Intercontinental Champion. Alright, now we have Jinder Mahal. He still works there, yes he does, versus Ryback. Now, this isn't a squash match per se. Jinder Mahal, even being the jobber that he is, gets some offense, onto Ryback, is doing all these moves and everything, but you still get your Goldberg chance, even though it's SmackDown and they try to, adjust the volume on the crowd and add and remove things, but you can still hear it if you listen close enough. Yeah. Sorry about my phone, I'll try to put it on silent. Alright. Now, okay, Ryback wins. Yeah, okay. Now, I noticed that when we go back to the commentators table, you see a whole bunch of product placement in the form of Sonic cups. They've been doing some promotion with Sonic, but now they all had nice little cups. And, that's just, it's my mind. I can't take it. Product placement drives Chronix crazy. And as much as I love Back to the Future, yes, the product placement in that movie is just mind-blowing. Alright. Now, let's do relevancy. Let's see. Alright, so an angry Daniel Bryan is backstage, and he gets a wedding gift from Sheamus. Well, his wedding didn't exactly go the way he planned it, but he still, Christian still bought him a wedding gift like a good guy. He obviously did not get this gift off of their wedding registry, because it is a picture from WrestleMania 28 of Sheamus doing his brogue kick to Daniel Bryan. So Daniel Bryan does not like this. Now, Cody Rhodes versus Sheamus. This match went longer than I expected it as well. Dolph Ziggler comes down there pretty towards the first of the match or so, and kind of is taunting his Money in the Bank briefcase thing. Alright, Cody goes for a moonsault, and check this out. This made absolutely no sense. Say, for instance, the center of the screen is Cody Rhodes doing his moonsault, right? Okay. Sheamus is over here, and he goes over here in mid-move. So he moves from here to get out of the way. But he moves right across the path of the moonsaulting Cody Rhodes. It made absolutely no sense. I couldn't figure that one out. It just didn't make any sense. Alright. Now, Sheamus starts doing his brogue thing, self-inflicts wounds to himself so he can kick with one kick to another guy. So he hits himself several times getting ready for his move, but, just the simple kick is enough to put down Cody Rhodes, and then, yeah, Sheamus wins. Dolph Ziggler is taunting his deal like he's going to cash in. He starts walking off. Y2J, wearing a Dolph Ziggler shirt, puts Dolph Ziggler back in so he can get his own bro kick for himself. Now, this is interesting, perhaps. At the house show that I went to last Saturday, Dolph Ziggler came out there wearing the Has-Been Chris Jericho shirt. So now they're wearing each other's shirts. If you want to see that shirt or the picture or whatever, it's on our Facebook, facebook.com/TheMostExtremeWrestling. Alright, Antonio Cesaro versus Santino Marella. Oksana is ringside with Cesaro. Alright, so the dude goes for the Cobra, doesn't work. Antonio Cesaro hits his finisher, which it did not pay attention to what the name of it was. So I'm not going to pretend like I know what it was, but it looked like he was going to do a pile driver and spike him down in the ground, but he just fell forward. But he didn't have the arms double hooked or whatever, or nothing like that. Just fell forward, basically. Alright, so Cesaro wins that. Okay, now we have, let's see, Yoshitatsu versus Damien Sandow. Damien Sandow, versus a complete jobber in Yoshitatsu, yes. It made me think about, I just got like it was the January 1998 edition of the WWF magazine or whatever, and it had this article about Taka Michinoku, going to be this new guy from Japan, going to blaze the world. Oh my god, he's going to be great. That's what I feel about Yoshitatsu right now. Just didn't really pan out the way they thought, I guess. I have no idea. Now, Sandow, he wins, and then he does his little... what is it called? It's like this. It's like, I can do that too. And then he does it again. Ugh. And he's back. Okay. So that was really impressive by by Damien Sandow. And then he says that I am your mortar, you're welcome. And you are welcome too, Perry Saturn. Okay, now it is Brian, Rio, Kane, and Rey Mysterio for the #1 contendership for the World Heavyweight Championship. This is the main event. And yeah, alright. So, this main event wasn't too interesting for me. I thought that Rey Mysterio was almost non-existent in this match because I barely even saw him. But, by the way, when Rio comes out, when Del Rio comes out, it's like crickets, man. You can't hear anything. Kitty! You probably can't see that. But, no one was cheering for him. Now, Del Rio is about to make somebody tap. I think it's Daniel Bryan about to make Del Rio tap, and then Kane, as Del Rio's hand's about to go down, if I got this information correct anyways, his hand's about to go down, Kane stops him, and then everyone continues to fight. But in the end, Del Rio wins. He steals a win, apparently. And that's the way it is. Del Rio, once again, is the #1 contender. Yay! But that was Smackdown. And, I think I am going to the pool now.